Hello, welcome back. Thank you for joining us on Up to the Minute. I'm Dr. Andrea Bonner, Chair of HCC's Consumer Arts and Sciences Center of Excellence, and here's more information on how you can find us. We're on the Houston City College District Facebook page, not HCC, and YouTube. We're also on X, LinkedIn, and on HCC TV at noon, 5, and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday. Today, we will have a globe-spanning episode of Up to the Minute. Fleet Week is upon us, and the U.S. Navy will port in Houston for the first time ever. We will be joined by Lieutenant Colonel of Marines retired Robert Glover, who will give us a preview of this historic event and how you can be involved. From parades, ship tours, and homecoming for thousands of servicemen and women, it's shaping up to be one of the biggest events in the city. Scheduled for April 15th through the 22nd, 2026, the inaugural Fleet Week Houston will bring multiple U.S. Navy vessels and more than 1,000 sailors, Marines, and Coast Guardsmen to the city for a series of events and experiences. Fleet Week Houston is being celebrated during America 250, the official nationwide celebration of the United States 250th anniversary. Houston is hosting Fleet Week in collaboration with partners including the Port of Houston, Houston First Corporation, and others. This event marks the first time a Texas city has hosted Fleet Week. We will also hear about all that Houston City College is doing for students and veterans to assist them in their careers. We will have that conversation with Robert Glover in about 10 minutes. But first, it's been a beacon of independent cinema since its inception in 1961. WorldFest Houston is April 24th, and Katie Lee Cannon joins us to discuss the 59th Annual International Film Festival. The mission of WorldFest is to celebrate and promote the art of filmmaking while providing a platform for emerging filmmakers. Through our annual festival, we aim to enrich Houston's cultural landscape and inspire audiences with diverse stories from around the globe. WorldFest Houston International Film Festival plays a pivotal role in enriching Houston's cultural landscape by showcasing diverse films and supporting filmmakers and contributors to the and it contributes to the city's vibrant artistic community and tourism. And we want to welcome Katie Lee Cannon to the show to tell us more about what the family can do to, and all the things they can do to attend films premiering right here in Houston. Welcome to the show, Katie.
Thank you so much, Dr. Andrea. I'm happy to be here and so excited to be able to chat about WorldFest Houston International Film Festival coming up very soon. My goodness.
Well, yeah, well, we're excited to find out more about it. So tell us how the World Fest Film Festival got started.
It was actually started back in 1961 as a film appreciation society, and then it transitioned into a full-blown competitive film festival, which was the third oldest in North America after New York and San Francisco. It jumped around a little bit from Atlanta to the Virgin Islands, Miami, before landing in Houston in 1979. And it's been here ever since. It's a discovery festival, so we invite filmmakers to enter their projects from all over the world. And then our exceptional jury reviews everything, gives it to the programming team, and our programmers choose the cream of the crop to present over 10 days right here in Houston, inviting our friends in from all over the world to join us. And this year, we have 22 countries represented in our programming, which we're very excited about.
That is exciting. And I'm told that there will be both features and shorts there from, you mentioned, around the world, not just Houston, but all over the world. But how many submissions did you have this year, and what were some of your favorites?
We had just under 1,000 projects.
Wow.
Yes. So I'm very grateful for our jury this year. We had a jury of 15 members, and then I realized that's too many films for everyone to watch. So we beefed it up to 70 folks. And from what they enjoyed, we've put together this incredible program. So you're right, we have features, about 34 features, just under 100 short films. There are some local Houston filmmakers that are showcased, which is always a lot of fun to see them on the big screen. And then we have movies like our opening night feature is from Portugal, and the director worked on the Oscar winner, the 1994 Oscar winner, Belle Époque. So we're excited to welcome that film in to celebrate Portugal. And then we go on an international journey to Nepal, Italy, Mexico, of course, Canada, Iceland, and more. And we have these wonderful short film blocks, particularly on the weekend, that are grouped together in some fun and interesting pairings. So if you're into something like a thriller, dark and edgy, or if you prefer more of a documentary feel, or even something really fun to taste different elements of the world, we have a special showcase with a cheese tasting as well, because we're showcasing a film called The Texas Cheese Trail, which I think will be a really delicious
Well,
experience.
I think I want to come to that one for
Oh, please
sure. So
come. Dr. Andrea, I would love to have you join.
I would love to join. So, and you mentioned, people from around the world, but are there any familiar names who have had films screened at the festival?
Yes, yes. So because we've been around for so long and we're focused on emerging independent filmmakers, we've had quite an incredible alumni list come through our festival, including people who have won their first awards like Steven Spielberg, George Lucas, Ang Lee, the Coen brothers. They all won their first award at WorldFest, which is pretty darn cool. So we love to say you never know who you might meet at the festival. They could be the Spielbergs of tomorrow.
I love that. So, and I did see that there are some films that are drawing special attention. Some of the films are world premieres and some are showing in Texas for the very first time. So, can you tell us about Star Sailors and Love in Separate Beds?
Yeah, so Star Sailors is the Portuguese film for opening night,
Okay.
and the director is Fernando Vendrell. He's the one who worked on Belle Époque. A fabulous fellow. We're still pulling strings to see if we can bring him in for opening night, but it'll be a wonderful party no matter what. We're enjoying that. And then Love in Separate Beds is part of our Panorama Italia in partnership with the Italian Cultural Community Center and the Italian Consulate to showcase some of their incredible movies. So that's a fun film to explore. And then one of our world premieres, which I'm really excited about, is called For Scythian Dwellers for Scythian Dwellers Mode, is it? My brain's a little mushy with all the stuff going on, but for Scythian Dwellers something. And it's an artsy take. Some folks come together creating a zine, a little experimental and very artistic. And this is the world premiere with the cast and crew in attendance. So come on
Oh,
down,
wow.
check it out. And there's
That
no
sounds
barrier to entry as well. You can buy a ticket for as little as $10 to $15, depending on if it's a matinee or an evening film, or you can buy a all access pass for $500. So we want to make this as accessible as possible. And for students, we have 50% off of tickets. You just need to have your student ID handy. Also, our seminars are open for any students to attend for free. So register ahead of time.
I love that. I think I still have my student ID, so I might try to sneak in as a student.
Perfect.
But we saw that K-pop Demon Hunters did very well at the Oscars. So can you tell us about the K-Wow film block at your festival?
Yeah, so we love Korean cinema, and I still have Golden humming in my head. I mean, what an incredible song, a wonderful movie, and I'm grateful that people are starting to pick up on international cinema and the brilliance that it can deliver. So this year, we've always had a focus on Korean cinema just because they make incredible work. But this year we thought, let's really elevate that within a short block. So we have some excellent offerings there and a couple Korean features as well for you to check out. It's all on our website, worldfest.org.
I love that. So we have a lot of HCC film students in our system. What drew you into films in the film industry, and what advice would you give some soon to be graduates about to go into the business?
Ooh, well, I am blessed to have been in the World Fest ecosystem my whole life. My dad was actually the founder. And so after his passing in February of 2025, I realized this is something that I love. It's an incredible legacy. I got to keep it going. Also, who doesn't love movies, right? They feed your soul and make you understand humanity a bit better. So for our HCC students, especially the film students, if you haven't already, come out and experience the festival. We offer internships. We have a lot of wonderful HCC interns who are helping us produce this festival. Very grateful for them. And then come and see the seminars. We have a lot of industry professionals who are sharing their expertise in specific areas. So producers, directors, even a film adjacent career panel for people who might not want to be the director or the actor, but we have things for those folks too. A really cool directors panel with Dave Maldonado of Sinners. He'll be with us, which we're really pleased as Punch to be able to welcome him back this year.
I would love to see that too. And I'm sure you're making your dad proud by continuing this legacy of the film festival.
I
So
hope so.
you are. So lastly, how can people get more information about the festival if they want to attend the screenings? You mentioned, your website. How do they find out? Because I definitely want to get more information, as I'm
Yeah.
sure everyone else does.
Well, I'm excited to see you there. And all of you watching this, please come out and join. We have some incredible movies, and this might be the only chance you get to see them. So it's really a cool experience. Worldfest.org is our website, and social Worldfest Houston Instagram for all of the information that you need to join us. And I hope you will. It'll be a lot of fun and just a celebration of film and a celebration of different cultures from around the world.
Well, we want to thank you for your time today, Katie. I've learned a lot, and we really appreciate you and look forward to the festival. And we will have your link to your page in our show notes.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Hope to
Thank
see you
you.
there.
Thank you. After a quick commercial break, we will be joined by Robert Glover, who will tell us about the historic Fleet Week coming to Houston. We'll be right back.
For over 50 years, HCC has been here for you. Affordable, accessible, focused on your success. This is your college, growing, evolving, expanding with you. More bachelor's degrees, stronger workforce training, online learning with global reach. A new name, the same mission, bigger vision. Houston City College, local focus, global reach. Register now at hccs.edu.
Our individual voices are powerful, but not everything has a voice. Let us be a voice to the voiceless. It's time to speak up for nature.
Poison Help is a free 24/7 hotline that answers all of your poison questions in over 100 languages.
Hello? Poison Help?
Hello? When poison happens, we're here for you. Just call Poison Help, 1-800-222-1222.
Welcome back. Fleet Week is an annual celebration where active duty U.S. Navy, Marine Corps, and Coast Guard ships dock in a major city, allowing the public to tour vessels and participate in military demonstrations. The celebrations kick off on Wednesday, April 15th, with the parade of ships at Seawolf Park in Galveston. It will be followed up on Thursday, April 16th, with a free concert at Discovery Green featuring the Suffers, Navy Band Southeast, and other special guests. Here to tell us about it and so much more is Lieutenant Colonel of Marines Retired, Robert Glover. Welcome to the show, Robert.
Dr. Bonner, how are you doing today?
I am well, and I've always seen Fleet Week on TV, so I want to hear about this historic Fleet Week that's coming to Houston. So many veterans and students are interested in leadership pathways that lead to military commissioning. How is Houston City College's Naval ROTC preparatory program helping develop the next generation of Navy and Marine Corps officers?
Well, in a word, there are a lot of students coming out of high school who will apply for a national Naval ROTC scholarship, and some of those will not make it. So by establishing this NPP or Naval ROTC preparatory program at HCC, we're able to take that group of individuals and bring them to HCC, get them schooled up in the basics and help them pass that SAT. And if they complete the year with us successfully, they'll be automatically awarded a scholarship, a full scholarship for 4 years, which will lead to commissioning in the Navy or Marine Corps.
That is great. I love anything scholarships to help students continue their education. So I'm glad to hear about that. So artificial intelligence, of course, is everywhere, but artificial intelligence and immersive simulation are transforming how the military trains and operates. How is Houston City College leveraging initiatives like I think it's DAI T21 or TI? You can tell me, correct me on that.
It's
Yeah,
DAI T2I. So
thank
it
you.
stands for Defense Artificial Intelligence Transformation and Training Initiative. I briefed this to the instructional services team a couple of weeks ago. So we have a lot of tremendous capabilities, not only in artificial intelligence, but also in cyber. So when you look at our offerings in those two particular areas, if you have the ability now to create a workforce pipeline that's geared towards the defense industrial base here in Houston. And by that, I mean there are going to be individuals who may want to pursue a commission or go enlisted in these two disciplines, or they want to become a Department of Defense, Department of War civilian and still contributing to the national security mission. So this particular initiative allows HCC to maximize our effort to feed people into those particular skill sets. For example, in cybersecurity alone, there's a 27,000 person gap across the entire department. What that really means is cyber is a high demand, a lot of boat spaces, low density, not enough people problem that we're working through the Viceroy program. Viceroy stands for Virtual Institute for Cyber and Electromagnetic Spectrum Research and Employ program, which is a federal program here at HCC. We started this last March, so now 13 months in. I started with 5 HCC students, and now I happen to have 21 in that program. So leveraging that and all the different things that we do in DIT and robotics, we're able to do those kinds of things and create a way of chopping down that gap that exists in that community.
Outstanding. So one of the biggest challenges that veterans face when entering higher education is translating military experience into college credit and career pathways. So how is the Texas Workforce Commission's College Credit for Heroes program helping Houston City College accelerate that transition?
Well, we don't have a very set pattern for how we take a look at military training and education and how that translates into our civilian curriculum here at HCC, regardless of whatever it is. Okay. So there's this thing called a JST, a Joint Service Transcript. It has everything that any service member has ever accomplished for training and education while they were in the military. The process involves taking that information and translating it into semester credit hours in a particular program. So let's use logistics as an example. A lot of logisticians come through the military. Oh, by the way, every day, 25 service members are leaving the service and coming to Houston on a daily basis. And a lot of them are trying to reintegrate and get back into college and get their workforce certifications or their associate's degrees, or maybe even pursue their bachelor's degrees. So this allows us to take a look at their past performance, their education and training, and translate that into semester credit hours so that they don't have to take a full 60 semester credit hours. Maybe we can, chop that down a bit, down to, 55 or 56 or whatever it happens to be, and allow them to get through the program. And oh, by the way, use their experiences and apply those in those curriculums.
So, well, thank you for sharing that. There's increasing national focus on strengthening the STEM workforce that supports our defense industrial base. So how are HCC's initiatives like the Department of Navy STEM Education and Workforce Proposal and the National Defense Education Program effort helping build that pipeline here in Houston?
Well, what that allows my office, the Military Education Programs Office, to do is to reach down into first the middle school in HISD, that's Cullen Middle School, which is really Cullen Military Academy, and introduce that group of individuals, those young kids, to high STEM type programs. And then when they matriculate from middle school into high school, we track them and we follow them, and also continue to engage them with STEM education and training. And then hopefully when they get out of high school, graduate, they're coming to HCC, or they're going somewhere else, but they're coming predominantly to HCC and still being engaged in our STEM programs. So this is where DIT in robotics, which has got a 4-year bachelor's degree, right? This is where we now translate if someone doesn't want to go after a 4-year degree, they've got the workforce certification or they've got the applied associate's degree that they can use and go out into industry, or they can go for that 4-year degree and graduate from HCC with that bachelor's degree.
Well, thank you. You've shared a lot about what your office is doing, what HCC is doing to help, veterans, students interested in going into the military and all those opportunities. But lastly, Fleet Week, and we talked about that at the top of the show. Fleet Week Houston is bringing together the sea services industry and education. So what roles does Houston City College play in connecting students and veterans to these opportunities?
Well, a couple. First of all, on the 18th, starting on the afternoon of the 15th of April, people from throughout the community can go down to where those particular ships are parked and get guided ship tours. There's going to be a senior leader engagement session with our leadership, the chancellor and the senior vice chancellor, and a couple of the associate vice chancellors and our presidents to meet with Navy, Marine Corps, and Coast Guard leadership and discuss issues. Also, some members of the board of trustees are included in that particular tour. In addition to that, on the 20th of April, we're going to have at our West Loop campus a career and education round robin, which is basically having in the auditorium over there at West Loop a panel of junior enlisted and junior commissioned officers talking to the audience, students, about their experiences and how they managed to come from wherever they came from to having a successful career in the military. And also there'll be a NASA astronaut there if everything plays out like we had asked for and planned. And then they'll be able to transition out into the main hallway, where they're on the one side, there'll be all the high-end STEM HCC programs, and right across from them are representatives from the Navy, the Marine Corps, and the Coast Guard to discuss how education that these young men and women are pursuing right now will lead to careers moving forward across the board there. So that's two of those things that we're doing. Then on the very next day, on the 21st, we're going to have an active duty veteran service members symposium, where I'm bringing in a lot of different folks from different colleges and universities and Veterans Affairs administrators to come in and help us develop best practices for how we address issues that people who are leaving the service bring with them when they try to reintegrate back into education. For example, if you weren't aware of this, on average, there are 21, 22 service members who commit suicide daily. And so we've done a lot of things in the military to try and address that, like the National Yellow Ribbon Program for reintegration. I was involved at the very beginning of getting that off the ground back in the day when I was in uniform, so many, many, many years ago. But there's always room for improvement, and especially when you're talking about what we do in education. How do we address those issues? How do we help our current veteran student population and the future student population address those concerns that they have, whether it's financial literacy, anything related to education, the post-traumatic stress issues, and things of that nature. How are we as an institution trying to make sure that we are taking care of our veteran students here at HCC? That's the big issue, and that's what we're shooting for on that particular day.
Well, Robert, I've learned a lot today. I'm sure everyone else has as well. So we want to thank you for your time today and all of the information that you've shared. We really appreciate it. And we're going to have more information about what you all have to offer a little bit later. So coming up after a quick commercial break, I will return with Save the Date announcements.
It's Kyle's last spin on his turntable from college.
Yeah.
And the first day of Kira's new career in IT. It's the last tea party for Crystal with Miss Marshmallow.
Oh, wow.
And Sarah's first day of management training at Goodwill. When you donate items to Goodwill, you help provide skills training and career placement for people seeking to realize their potential. And the things you love get to start a new life too.
Now for our Save the Date announcements. First, the Youth and Teen Symposium at HCC West Loop campus. The event is designed for youth, teens, and their parents or guardians to explore real-world career paths and resources that help them prepare for higher education and the workforce. Students will participate in interactive sessions across HCC's unique Digital Information and Technology Center of Excellence, exploring fields from AI or artificial intelligence and robotics, digital gaming and simulation, cybersecurity, computer programming, and more. It's going to be held April 18th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the HCC West Loop campus at 5601 West Loop South. Next, National Apprenticeship Week. Join us for a powerful morning of community celebration and workforce impact as part of the National Apprenticeship Week, or NAW, a nationwide event that highlights the value of registered apprenticeship in strengthening America's economy and expanding career pathways. National Apprenticeship Week is a national celebration convened by the U.S. Department of Labor where employers, apprentices, industry leaders, educators, workforce partners, and government agencies come together to showcase the success and value of apprenticeship programs in developing a highly skilled, diverse workforce. Community Partner Meeting. Join Chancellor Dr. Margaret Ford Fisher and Houston City College leadership for an engaging discussion about the future of HCC and the opportunities ahead for our students, staff, and community. This is an opportunity to ask questions and get real answers, engage in meaningful dialogue, and have open discussions with policymakers and partners, all in an informal setting. Will be held on April 28th at 2 p.m. at the Northwest Alief Hayes campus. Then we have HCC Alumni Association Spring Networking Social. HCC Alumni Affairs cordially invites alumni and friends to the HCC Alumni Association Spring Networking Social at the Eastside campus. HCC Alumni Association networking socials are high energy gatherings, an exciting chance to reconnect and celebrate our Eagle community, and a fun, festive atmosphere at HCC. Registration for this event is required. It will be held on April 14th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Eastside campus on Rustic Street. That's all we have for now. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time.